Why is it important for Christians to believe in God as the Creator?
The most important thing for Christians is that they don't believe in anything that isn't the Creator God. Let me try to explain. The Old Testament contains an incredible variety of books, from poetry to history, but if there's one overarching message, it would be, don't worship anything that isn't God. The Old Testament is deeply concerned with idolatry, worshipping things, even things that are called gods. The people are constantly being told to put these things aside and to worship God alone. Now, we might think that idolatry isn't much of a problem these days. Lots of people don't have much time for God at all. Some say there is no such thing as God. But that doesn't stop us worshipping all sorts of things which are definitely not God. Think of the way we can get obsessed with money or our looks or our cleverness or popularity or power. These are just the kind of things the Old Testament would call idols. Things that people look to, put their ultimate trust and hope in. The things they, in fact, worship, even if they don't actually get on their knees and pray to them. And the writers of the Old Testament are quite clear what they mean by God. We find it right there in the first book of the Bible, in Genesis. God, the true God, the only God, is the one who made the heavens and the earth and all that is in them. The creation stories in the first 2 chapters of Genesis make it clear that only who or whatever made everything, the light and the darkness, the sun and the moon, the planets and stars, the sea and the sky, the fish, birds, animals, plants, human beings. Only who or whatever caused all these things to be is God. And this Creator God is the only God worth believing in and worshipping. As a priest, I'm quite often asked, if God made everything, then who made God? It's a very good question. Because if the God I believe in could have been made by something else, something greater, then that God is in fact an idol and not God at all. A famous Archbishop of Canterbury once said, God is that than which nothing greater can be thought. So as a believer, I'm constantly having to open my mind to make sure that I'm not thinking too small, but constantly open to the Creator God, who is always greater than anything I can ever think or imagine. And this is where I think some atheists get it right. Because if we think of God as a thing, even a very large, powerful, clever thing, rather than as the Creator of all things, then they're quite right to say that that God doesn't exist. However, it's a shame not to take the next step, to expand our minds and acknowledge the God than which nothing greater can be thought, the Creator of God, through whom all things, even all atheists, exist. So it is important for Christians to believe in God as the Creator of all things, because otherwise they'd be putting their faith in a thing which cannot be God, a thing which is an idol and just isn't worthy of our trust, of our hope, of our worship.